Lesson 5.3.2, Proving Triangle Congruent Theorems ASA, SAS, and SSS. In this video, we will be finding corresponding parts of congruent triangles are congruent. Vocabulary. Corresponding parts of congruent triangles are congruent. If two triangles are congruent, then each part of one triangle is congruent to the corresponding parts. Corresponding parts of the other triangle. State all the other congruent statements for the triangle based on the given congruent information and CPCTC, which stands for congruent parts of congruent triangles are congruent. All right, or I should say corresponding parts of congruent triangles are congruent. Okay, so looking at one says given triangle XYZ is congruent to triangle ABC. So if we look at the angles, this means that angle X is congruent to angle A, and angle Y is congruent to angle B. So the letters in the same position are congruent to each other in terms of the angles. Angle Z is congruent to angle C. If we look at side lengths, so looking at the first one here, we have XY. So the length of our side XY is congruent to the side AB. In the written order, you write the letters out in the same order as congruent to each other. So then side YZ is congruent to side BC, and side XZ is congruent to side AC. So what I'd like you to do is go ahead and try number 2 on your own. Write out all 6 statements that are congruent. So hopefully you wrote that angle M is congruent to angle R, angle N is congruent to angle S, angle O is congruent to angle T, side MN is congruent to side RS, side NO is congruent to side ST, and side MO is congruent to side RT. And that's how we apply the CPCTC to a problem.